Guys, we are live, so welcome to the divisional round for the NFL. There's 8 teams remaining in the playoffs, and it's getting very heated. So like I said before, we're doing this playoff bracket where basically you have to get as much picks or right as you can to move on. And if you somehow tiebreaker with a guy, then the person with the highest seed based on the weekly picks all year moves on. So that's just kind of summing it up. But anyways, man, we're here. We advanced and it's rolling, man. So last week, Glenn Hill got the best of everybody with a perfect 4-0. He got all the games right. He predicted all the games right. Eric and Gage 3-1, and me and Taylor had a bad week of 1-3. So basically, I have to do 3 games better than Eric because I'm facing him to win, and because if I tie with him, he's gonna move on. And Gage, you're up on. Taylor was a higher seed than you.
Yeah.
And you are 2 games ahead of him. So basically you just have to do 2 games better than him again. Or 1 game. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
as long as you beat him this week, you could tie with him if you
I'm
want.
pretty confident.
Yeah. So, anyways, so let's recap last week. So we had the Texans just totally demolished at home.
God.
Deshaun Watson, that offensive line, we said it was bad, and it was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And they just really couldn't get anything going. They had a couple good drives where it looked promising, but overall, the Colts are just really hot right now, and
we both picked them to predict. We both picked them to win.
Yeah, we both picked the Colts, but we did not think it was going to be like that.
No, yeah.
Actually, I kind of did. I said they were going to pull away, but I did not think they were going to nearly shut them out.
Yeah.
But like I said, the Colts should have swept them that year, anyways. So then going into what was it? Chargers Ravens. Good game. Chargers got their comeback. They almost choked. The Ravens almost came back. And, a lot of people were saying, like, maybe should they have put Joe Flacco in that last drive? I don't think so. All right, bark in front of my video. Cool. I don't think they should have because at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson needs that experience. He's only a rookie, so he made that rookie mistake. He'll learn from it. They're going to be in the playoffs again next year, most likely. They have a really good defense. Raven fans, keep your head up. And then going into the Cowboys game, freaking...
Man, I told you.
The Cowboys, all I'm going to say is the Cowboys should have won that game by more than 2 points. There was a lot of bogus calls, especially that interception that Dak Prescott threw in the end zone.
Oh my.
That was pass interference. That would have been the icing on the cake earlier. And then literally the last drive, the Cowboys defense literally gave up and gave that easy last-minute score to the Seahawks.
Byron Jones ain't playing like he's a Pro Bowler, so let's see for this game.
He had a rough game, but at the same time, those are good receivers.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a really good game. And then going on to the Eagles and Bears, geez, that game was a roller coaster. Cody Parkey missed the extra point, or not the extra point, the field goal to win it. But it was kind of tipped, so I don't blame it too much on him. But the Eagles bailed out on that game. So now they're going into New Orleans to play, and so it was just a crazy week. So let's go ahead and get on into these games. The first game we have on Saturday, 3:25 Central Time. We have the number 6 seed going on the road to play the number 1 seed in the AFC, and it is the Chiefs versus the Colts. The Colts are hot right now. The Chiefs are coming out first round bye. Patrick Mahomes, MVP. Andy Reid, 20-3 in games following and a bye, including the playoffs. But the Chiefs haven't had success in the playoffs, really. They do really good in the regular season, and then when they get to the playoffs, they always choke that first game. So, Gage, is this year different for the Chiefs?
Yes, this year is going to be different. I got the Chiefs winning this game. I want to say it's going to be 35-32, I think. I think it'll be a very high-scoring game. Chiefs defense is last pretty much in the league. They're doing really terrible, but their number 1 offense, I think Andy Reid's a great coach. Patrick Mahomes is the right answer. I think Alex Smith could take him to that next level. So the Colts is really good. They're really hot, but I don't know. It's at Kansas City. I just have them having the home field advantage. I think it's going to go their way. They have Travis Kelce. They got Tyreek Hill. They got all these weapons, and I feel like they get it done against this Colts defense. So, yeah, 35-32.
I agree, and I might regret this, but I do have the Chiefs winning a very, very close game. I'm going to say it's high scoring, too. I'm going to say 30-27. Last time these teams played was in Indianapolis, 2013. Andrew Luck had an amazing comeback. It was, 38-10, and he came back 28 points in the fourth quarter, and he brought his team back. That was a crazy game. This time, I think Patrick Mahomes is bringing a new spark into that Kansas City offense, and I think it's going to be a little bit too much. I do realize that the Colt defense is pretty good. I just don't see them beating them in Arrowhead. They don't lose much. They've only lost one game in Arrowhead. It was a really close game to the Chargers, and it's the Chargers. So I really don't see them losing. I think it's a different era now. They're not.
Yeah.
I know the Chiefs are known for choking, and the Colts are really could argue that they're the hottest team in the NFL right now. I just think the Chiefs are going to be a little bit too much for them. But I'm so excited for this matchup. Regardless of who wins, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm just ready for a good game because both of these quarterbacks are elite. Andrew Luck, Patrick Mahomes. It's going to be a fun showdown, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts win, but I'm going to pick the Chiefs. Number 1 seed. I got to respect them. Got to respect Patrick Mahomes, and I think, and I want them to. I really do want them to get their playoff win that they haven't gotten in a while. So I got the Chiefs. All right, next game. We'll save that one for last.
Okay,
We're saving the Cowboys game for last.
Yeah,
We have the Sunday game. We have the Chargers, number 5, probably the best wild card team ever, going on against the number 2 seed Patriots. Patriots are kind of on and off. They were 11-5. Got the first round bye like they normally do. So they're getting home field this game, and they might if the Colts win. So if they win and the Colts win, they'll get home field for the AFC Championship. But the Patriots haven't been the same as they were,
Yeah.
Like, they've been losing. Well, I'm pretty sure all the five teams they lost to this year have been non-playoff teams. Or I think so. Or they lost to the Titans non-playoff team. They lost to the Dolphins non-playoff team. They lost to the Lions non-playoff team. They lost to the... Who else did they lose to? Jacksonville Jaguars,
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Non-playoff team. And they lost to someone else. I can't remember who it was. Who was it?
I can't remember, dude.
I said Titans.
Yeah, you said Titans. You said
Titans,
Jacksonville,
Jaguars,
Miami. Here, let me just pull the team up, man.
I know they beat the Bears. They should have lost that game. That was a thing.
Here, let's see.
They arguably lost that game to. Who else did they lose to? I can't think of it right now.
Redskins. There's Redskins. You got Texans. They're also Texans.
No, they beat the Texans. This what was it? Are you sure this is Patriots?
Yeah, I think Patriots.
Oh, this was a long time ago, bro.
What the heck?
Anyways,
Yeah.
I don't think they've lost to a team that's been above 500 this year.
Yeah.
So I'm saying now they're playing a really good Chargers team, but Phillip Rivers is 0-7 in his career against
Tom Brady.
And that's exactly why I'm picking the Patriots to win this game. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are going to find a way to win this game for the New England Patriots. And, yeah, I think it's going to be a very close game, but the Patriots are just going to find a way to win. And I really hope the Chargers win, but I'm going to pick the Patriots. I think it's a safe pick, and, I think the Patriots, if they're going to get dethroned, it's gonna be on the road. I don't think it's gonna be in Foxborough. So I gotta respect Tom Brady. I gotta respect this. It's gonna be a really good game. This is an AFC Championship worthy game. So I'm gonna take the Chargers. I'm gonna take the Chargers in a close. No, wait, that's the Patriots. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take. I'm reading something else.
All right.
I'm gonna take the Patriots and a 28-24 game. I think it's gonna be a 4-point game. It's gonna be close. Who you got?
Wow, I actually got almost the same exact thing as you, but I got 27-23 Patriots.
Okay.
I also got the Patriots winning. Hard one, but Chargers are 1-11 on the road versus New England since 1973, like you said. If you said, I think. I don't know if you said it. But
I didn't say that, but I did say Phillip Rivers has never beaten Tom Brady.
So
never. This is not even postseason. This is everywhere.
Yeah.
He's never beat him.
I feel like the Chargers do have a better overall team, but I just feel like since it is in Foxborough and it's with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, who I consider one of the greatest quarterback coach duo ever. So I just don't see the Chargers winning this game. I think it'll be very close, but you have to get to Tom Brady. I think he'll just throw it to any receiver that he has available. So and Rob Gronkowski, even though he's been doing terrible, the New England defense is also pretty solid. So I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the Patriots are gonna win Foxborough. Yeah, 27-23.
Yep. All right. Next game.
Oh, next game we got the Sunday. Yeah, it's at 3:40.
Number 6 seed. Another number 6 seed versus number 1 seed. We have Nick Foles and the Eagles going up against Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Now, this game is very, 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 very interesting because we see how teams are. We see how teams are when they have a lot of rest. The Saints literally have been resting for, 3 weeks now, basically?
Yeah,
Basically. They didn't play week 17.
Mm-hmm.
They got to bye. Yeah, it's almost 3 weeks, basically. And I don't know how they're going to look. I think they're going to be a little rusty this game, but who do you have?
Ooh, well, I have the New Orleans Saints. I think the Eagles got lucky. The Bears' offense didn't really do much in that game. Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram. I think Mark Ingram's going to have a big day against the Philadelphia Eagles. Just like they blew them out in this regular season, right? Like 45 to...
It was like 48-7.
48-7. So I know Nick Foles will put better numbers than Carson Wentz, but it's at New Orleans. They're the number 1 seed for a reason. The defense is actually not that bad for New Orleans. I think they're very underrated, I think. I think they're pretty solid. They're not too bad. But I just have the Saints win this game. I think Drew Brees is way better than Nick Foles. I got 27-17.
All right, so last time these teams played, like you said, the Eagles literally got blown out of the water. The Saints beat them 48-7. It was bad, and Carson Wentz played terrible. They were able to really just move the ball, pound it on them, like they were doing a lot of teams this year. The Saints kind of slowed down later in the year with the last few games. Like they lost to us, they almost lost to the Buccaneers, and then they looked terrible. They barely beat the Panthers. A tough game on the road, and then they just got demolished by them in Week 17. I know it didn't mean anything, but still, like that's not a game you want going into the playoffs. Like just getting blown out like that. And that's exactly why I'm picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles. Nick Foles.
Oh my God.
24-21. They're the defending Super Bowl champs. I got to give them respect. And as much as I hate them, and as much as I want them to get blown out,
right.
I think they're gonna pull this out. I think they're gonna pull it out. And I don't know until Nick Foles gets the throne. Otherwise, I can't pick against them.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm gonna pick the Eagles. I'm gonna say it's a low-scoring defensive game, 24-21.
Okay.
I think so. I could see it going that way.
I can
see it going that way, and I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I really don't. I feel like playoffs is a whole new level. The Eagles are playing really good right now. I know they got bailed out from the Bears game. They should have lost that game.
They should have lost that game, I thought.
But, it's a different game. The Saints are coming off literally 3 weeks of rest. We don't even know how they're going to look.
Right.
They could totally go out there and suck it up. So we don't know. But I give respect to Drew Brees. Yeah, I'm going to pick the Eagles. 24-21.
Wow.
It's a risk, but... Hey, I gotta pick this game anyways because Eric Harrison picked the Saints.
Yeah, that's true though. I do see why people pick the Eagles. The Eagles do have a good shot with Nick Foles. Nick Foles hasn't lost in December mostly, so
yeah,
gotta wait and see. So
yeah, we'll see. All right.
And the greatest game.
And the game, the Cowboys versus the Rams, number 4 versus number 2. Cowboys had a big win over the Seahawks last week. Let's talk about that game for a little bit. So, like I said, the rest really made that game closer than it was. I thought it should have been I thought we should have won by at least 14. Or 10, my bad.
Yeah.
10 points. But, what do? Dak Prescott, leader,
man. I have to give credit.
He proved that he's the franchise quarterback. And he's doing this all with Linehan. You know what he said? He said, screw Linehan, screw this play calling. I'm going to take over this game myself. And he went in there and he did it. 3rd and 14, 16 yards, gets the first down, nearly a touchdown.
You're right.
He did get that rushing touchdown. He was all over the place, man. And then Zeke, of course, we knew Zeke was going to get his yards. He was a little slow at first, but you got to keep feeding him. You got to keep feeding him, and then he'll get going. And later in the game, the defense started getting tired, and what did he do? He started making big runs. Penalties were better this game. There wasn't a lot of penalty. We weren't. The big thing that's been killing us this year is penalties.
Yeah.
Tyron Smith had a really good game last week. He needs to have another good game.
Connor Williams
had a good game. Of course, he was going up against Bobby Wagner, so you can't really calculate that right there. But they played good. The Cowboys had a lot of things going right their way. They put pressure on Russell Wilson, and literally, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Jason Garrett outcoached Pete Carroll.
He did.
He outcoached Pete Carroll. And it's not because Jason Garrett did anything right, but it's because of what Pete Carroll didn't do, what Pete Carroll did wrong is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He was focused too much on the run, and that was the reason why they couldn't do anything. Russell Wilson had a lot of really good, crazy passes here and then that were impressive, but for the most part, we were shutting them down. We were shutting them down. Russell Wilson had pressure, and that was saying Cowboys struggle against mobile quarterbacks. The ones that don't stay in the pocket, we do so bad against. Those Aaron Rodgers types, those Russell Wilson types, Deshaun Watson. When we have quarterbacks that can scramble, we have trouble, and that's what I was scared about this game. That's what I was scared about, and I was thinking that Jason Garrett was going to screw it up for us. That's exactly why I picked Seattle. But we did really good. This is a really hot Cowboys team going on the road to play a Rams team that's kind of been up and down. The last few weeks of the season, they kind of got exposed. They were getting figured out by a bunch of defenses. It's my turn to pick.
Oh, no, you want me to pick or you want me to go?
Oh, yeah, you can pick first. I'll let you pick.
I'll pick. Guys know me, of course. I got the Cowboys win this game. I've never been so sure. I know they're saying we're underdogs, 7-point underdogs, right? That's what Las Vegas said.
6-point.
6-point underdogs, yeah, sorry about that. But I have the Cowboys win the game. It's in LA. It's not really much of a home game for the Rams. It's more of a home game for us because it's going to be 60-40 for the Cowboys. I feel like Todd Gurley's injured. He's banged up. I feel like our defense will stop the run just like they did with Chris Carson. Number one rushing attack in the NFL at the time when we faced him. So I thought we were going to shut that down. We're going to make Jared Goff throw. And I don't know. Dak Prescott showed us last game, though, that he is a leader. He has the most game-winning drives and primetime wins in the past 3 seasons than any other quarterback.
He's clutch. He wins when it matters.
He has a clutch
He's not the best quarterback. He's not even one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he gets it done.
I have to admit, I was skeptical about Dak Prescott, but those laid aside, he has the clutch gene. He can win his games if we keep it close. I trust him in the final drive. I have the Cowboys win this game. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be 24-20. I think it'll be kind of in that kind of differential. So they're 0-5 in the divisional round since winning a Super Bowl. But I feel like we'll find this is finally. I think we'll find them at the conference championship. I think we're Super Bowl contenders next year. I think we just need a few more pieces, and I think we're set for the next 3 or 4 years.
And Linehan will finally be gone too.
Yeah, and I hope we could keep Chris Richard. Please keep Chris Richard.
Yeah, because there's 2 teams remaining for looking for head coaches. The Dolphins and who was the other team? Oh shoot, I forgot.
I know. I was going to say Miami because he was interviewed by
Dolphins
Miami.
And someone else. Some of the teams looking for a coach, but it's between the Dolphins and them. And the Dolphins were interested in Chris Richard, so hopefully they don't get him.
Yeah, hopefully.
Anyways, but who do I have this game?
That's right. We all want to hear. We all want to know who you
Let's go, baby. I'm picking them this week.
Oh, my God.
I'm picking them this week. I got the Dallas Cowboys winning on the road, if you even want to call it a road game, against the Los Angeles Rams. Hear me out here, guys. I might be really bad. I might be 4-12 in Cowboys games this year, regular season. But this game is set up for us to do really great things. Let's start with Todd Gurley. He's banged up, and he really hasn't had contact in 4 weeks.
Yep.
And we don't know how he's gonna look. He's arguably the best running back in the league. Him and Zeke are up there. And I give the Rams respect. I have a lot of respect for Rams because they don't talk crap. But I just think we're gonna find a way to win this game. And I wouldn't be surprised if we go in there and pull away from this team. I'm not even joking. I don't think it's gonna be as stressful as the Seahawks game. I actually think we're going to go in there, we're going to make a statement, and we're going to get that NFC Championship game at home because I did pick the Eagles. I could be getting a little bit over myself right here. For all I know, the Cowboys go in there and look terrible. Like, offense look terrible. Play calling looks bad, and we just get blown out. But I really do think we're hot right now. Dak Prescott's finding ways to win. Zeke is going to get the ball a lot this game against a really sus rushing defense. And I think when they're going to try to stack the box, I think Dak Prescott's going to do a really good job of seeing that, reading it, do the play action pass, get Amari Cooper involved. Sucks what happened to Allen Hurns, but we're doing this for Allen Hurns at this point, and I have us winning. I really do. I have us putting on a show and proving everybody wrong, because a lot of people saying that we were going to be out first round, we don't belong in the playoffs. Well, we're here, and if we win this game, of course there's going to be people talking a lot of crap, but you really got nothing else to say at this point. Like, we proved that we belong here in the playoffs, and after this game, we're going to prove that we're Super Bowl contenders, because, that's going to be fun. NFC Championship, if we win.
You're picking Philadelphia, so you want Philadelphia to go to
Yes, I want us in Philly, so we can get that home game, and we can see who the best team in the NFC East is, and possibly go to the Super Bowl.
Possibly.
Either way, if we were to lose that game, I'd be happy with the season. We made the conference championship, but if we win this game, I'm looking for Super Bowl. I don't know about
right?
you. I'm looking for Super Bowl. I know it sounds delusional because we say that, a lot of Cowboys fans say that every year, but I'm serious. If we win this game, I'm looking for a Super Bowl. I'm tired of losing.
Yeah, right.
I'm tired.
I want us to win it.
I'm tired of being losers. I have never seen us win anything. Anything. I've seen us win, 2 playoff games? Well, 3. Because I was really little, though. I was really little. I've only seen, for the past playoff games that I can actually comprehend and remember, we've only won twice, and it was 2 wild card games. Things need to change. We've been screwed over too many times. We've sucked for too many years. It's time to go shut everyone up and freaking win this thing already. So I have the Cowboys. I'm gonna say 28-20. I'll say they'll win by 8.
All right.
So yeah, it's gonna be a good game. Oh, and also I forgot to mention the Seahawks game. The reason why the Seahawks relied so much on that run that game, and I don't think the blame should go all to Pete Carroll, but I think that they were sticking with their game plan because they were the number 1 rushing offense in the league. They were averaging 165 yards per game. Chris Carson was one of the best running backs in the league. Like, you have to keep running the ball.
You gotta start that motor.
Yeah, you have to keep doing your game plan. But they did do it a little bit too much. But yeah. I just think this Cowboys defense is on another level, and they kind of got hit in the mouth. So, Rams fans, I respect you. I wouldn't be surprised if you beat us. But I think the Cowboys are going to go in there and get a statement.
I just want to say one thing. It does beg the question, will Sean McVay lose another playoff game while going in? Do you think that will happen, or you think he's a genius? People say he's a really good coach. Can he outcoach Jason Garrett, which is highly possible to do?
Well, I really don't think – I think this game is – because obviously Zeke's going to get his.
Yeah, I just think Zeke –
even if he has a slow start at first, maybe Donald and Sue might, stuff him a few times.
Offensive line's pretty good, actually. Pretty solid. So.
But, I really do think we're going to – it might come down to Dak Prescott, and I feel like he's going to play. He has that confidence.
Yeah, he has that clutch gene.
I am not worried. The only thing I'm worried about this game is the play calling. That's what I'm worried about. The play calling and Jason Garrett doing something really stupid.
Yeah, really
or
dumb.
Linehan calling something dumb, and it just ends up biting. Or penalties. Something stupid. I'm not really worried about. I think Jared, like I said, we do really bad against mobile quarterback or people that can move out of the pocket. But Jared Goff is a pocket passing quarterback. And his rating when he has pressure is worse than Dak Prescott's rating when he has pressure. And Dak Prescott is not good with pressure a lot. So when you have a quarterback that has a worse rating than Dak Prescott when you're under pressure, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And we get pressure on the quarterback. So I think really Jared Goff is going to make a lot of mistakes. And if we put pressure on him, I don't see them really doing anything on offense. I know they were one of the best offenses, averaging 25 points per game. They were doing really good. And, they, for really the whole first, 11 weeks of the season, they looked unstoppable. They looked unstoppable. Their offense was unstoppable. But at the same time, think about where we were on the first 11 weeks of the season. We sucked. We had no offense. Our defense was okay, but it wasn't, really good. This is a whole different Cowboys team than it was, and this is a whole different Rams team, I think. So I think I think it's crazy if people think that the Rams are just gonna roll on us. I don't think so. I think if we lose this game, it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be close. I'm worried a little bit about the play action because the Rams do a really good job at the play action. We kind of struggle in the play action passing, and Jared Goff does a really good job with that. But I think we're gonna contain Gurley, and I think we're gonna get a lot of pressure on Jared Goff, and we're gonna win this game.
All right, cool.
All right, so that's our week pick. So I had to pick 3 games different than Eric. So Eric Harrison has the Cowboys regardless, because normally if I pick the Cowboys, he picks the opposite.
Yeah, but he actually stuck with it.
But he actually stuck with the Cowboys. And then he picked the Chargers. I picked the Pats. He picked the Saints, so I had to pick the Eagles. And he picked the Colts, but I was already going to pick the Chiefs. So hopefully this works out for me, or it might not. It might just totally, go out the window. But you got anything else to add?
Go Cowboys, and hopefully that Dallas defense from the New Orleans Saints shows up. It depends which defense shows up.
I would love to see that defense, but at the same time, I'd like to see more offense.
Yeah.
If we have the offense that we had against Seahawks plus the defense we had against New Orleans, that's a blowout win right there.
Oh, I also got one thing to say. Tavon Austin, remember we got traded.
Thank goodness he's back.
So he knows the Rams offense. Do you think he'll exploit it though? Have a big game?
Maybe. Tavon Austin. Thank goodness he came back. A lot of people say he was washed up and it wasn't going to be really anything. He's getting up there in age, but He's a way better returner than Cole Beasley.
Oh, yeah.
Cole Beasley was doing nothing on our returns, and thank goodness we had him back. Tavon Austin, he just got to stay on the field, stay healthy. Tyron Smith, have to have a big game. We're rambling on. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.